Hi and welcome back to another video. If you've seen this thumbnail and the title, you'll probably know what's going to come out of this box, so let's go ahead and start opening. So there we go. It's a Dune Solo HD media player. This one's got a 3.5-inch SATA hard drive bay on it. Pretty much plays back every video format pretty much you can think of, including ISO files and folders, which is really the reason I got this. It has its own Linux based UI as well. Never used one. Seen a few things, there's not much on these. There's a few videos here and there on YouTube. I bought this with my own money, it's not a sponsored video or anything like that. These retail about £379 roughly. They're quite expensive. Well spec machines, but they are quite expensive. I mean, most of you are probably wondering why even bother with something like this in this day and age when you can just plug a USB stick into your TV or even just use your Fire Stick for stuff. I've also got an NAS system which I use. But the reason for me is the NAS system's brilliant. Something I'm always going to have, but it does have a bit of bother sometimes transcoding certain video files. With the NAS, it's not 100% on transcoding some video files. For the most part, it works amazingly, but it does have some limitations for the moment. The other reason is I've got a large media collection, which I love physical media. The problem is now that I'm starting to find a lot of this. I don't know if you can make it out on the disc. You can see in another ring the dreaded disc rot starting on this disc. I found another few discs with the same thing. Also, some of the spindles in the middle get really brittle, and you just take out the case and it shatters in your hand. I don't know if it's just age with the plastics on it, but I've read a lot of articles as well that physical media is starting to fail. I do like physical media for a number of reasons. I like to have the physical product first and foremost, but also like the extras that come on stuff. A lot of the time I do buy physical media as a film that I'm really interested in, or one of my favourite films, so I do tend to watch the extras or the makings of and things like that. It's something I do enjoy. If you buy the films on Amazon or Apple sometimes give you extras, but not all the time, and it's something that can disappear due to licensing even though you have bought it. So my plan is to take my physical media and make a one-to-one copy of it, basically an ISO image of this, so it retains all the menus, all the extras, all the quality. It's not going to be compressed or anything like that, and I can play them back on this. So that's the idea of me buying this. I'm going to be converting Blu-rays and 4Ks also. And another reason I went with the one with the hard drive bay, you can buy these with similar specs a good bit cheaper. One of them comes with a 2.5, I think you can get that for around £299. And you can get one without any hard drive bays, and you can just plug it like a USB drive into it. I think that's around £250. But for the sake of neatness and things like that, I wanted to buy a bigger hard drive. Probably going to go for a 12TB for this, and just fill it up with all my physical media, and have the one place where I can just play all my stuff from. So that's the reason I've went for this. I use Plex on my NAS, and with that I can't play back ISO files or anything like that. It has to be rips, and a lot of the times they're compressed and you lose certain quality and stuff like that. So I'd rather retain all the quality after spending all the money on the physical media. There's no point in playing something that's 20-30% of the quality it should be, just all compressed into nothing. There's a couple of these on the market. There's ones called Dune, I think there's another brand as well, all around about the same kind of price mark. Doing a bit of research on Reddits and things like that, that this one's got the best success for playing back kind of old files, and it's got the best compatibility for folders, basically. So I'll stop rambling on and we'll unbox this and see what's inside. Straight out of the box, it does feel like a nice hefty weight to it. We have a quick setup guide, some sort of warning label, leaflet, the unit itself, nice kind of cloth packaging here. There we are. Straight off it feels really well built, like a premium type metal case. Quite a nice bit of weight to it as well. It reminds me of kind of old hi-fi gear you used to get back in the day, old separates. It's got that kind of feel to it. Definitely got a nice bit of weight to it. Connections at the back. We've got Ethernet, the power supply, HDMI out, optical, USB 3, IR extender thing, a reset, coaxial and analog audios, and I think it's got 3 antennas. There must be another 2 there to add on to there, so there's going to be 3 antennas at the back for the Wi-Fi. At the side we have another 2 USB 3 slots and a 3.5-inch hard drive bay. The other side it's just vents. So let's see what we've got in this package here. We have a remote control, a ultra high speed HDMI cable, antenna, antenna 2 antennas, some batteries, and a power supply. You do get the attachments for it to change from the European one to, I'll be using the UK one, but you do get, I think one of them will be an American one as well, I don't know, but there's 4 to choose from. It's really not much to it. What I'm going to do is go away and test it for a day or 2, then I'll come back and show you guys what it's about once I've kind of learned about it myself. There's no point in kind of doing it out of the box where I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I'll be able to get the most out of it coming back after I've had a bit of time with it. So what I'll do just now is jump away, go away, set this up, then we'll come back and we'll talk about it and see what, we'll talk about things I've discovered on it and see how it is. So see you soon. So just putting it up now. So now we're greeted with this setup screen. Just select the language. Obviously need to set up the remote control first. So setting up the remote control is straightforward. It's a Bluetooth remote, so all you need to do is pair it with the unit. Once that's done, we can now proceed through the setup menus. Fairly simple to use and well presented. So just select now we're just going to select our network and connect. It's a fairly straightforward menu system on here. Easy enough to navigate through and see what everything is. Looks like a typical Android based setup. Very responsive as well. Moves through everything quickly, which is nice. No lag there. I'm not really going to be using any of the apps on it. I primarily want to use it just for stuff off the hard drive. So, built into the device, it does have 64 gig of flash memory. This is not really to store films, though. It's to store the updates, the software, and anything you pull, like covers, information, all that. It stores all that kind of stuff on it, which is really plenty for anyone's movie collection, I suppose. Very simple, just plug in your hard drive with your films on them. These are all films I own, I've ripped the discs onto the hard drive. They're not compressed or anything like that, they're just one-to-one rips, which is good. So I don't lose any quality or any of the menus or extras and things like that. That was kind of the reason I bought this. So what you want to do is add the folder and then start indexing it. Very straightforward to do. All this does is just scans your hard drive and basically picks up all the films you've got on it and indexes them into the menu system of the unit. So that took over just 3 minutes for 186 movies. Not too bad, really. You don't need to do all this all the time, just when you add new stuff to it, really. So well, it's nice to see the menu system's been preserved on that. That's from a DVD rip.
That's a lovely dog you have there, sir. Do you mind if I pet him?
I don't
The
give
quality
a
and
rat's
that's there,
ass.
everything as it should be.
Ooh, you boo. Ooh, you boo boo doo doo. You boo 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 doo boo. Ooh boo boo doo.
That's fine, sir. I can finish the rest. You just have yourself a good
Oh,
day.
but obviously anything that was there in the original's still there as well, so including subtitles, languages, things like that. This is a 4K rip. Hello? Everything's still intact, including the menus. Deleted scenes, extras, all that sort of stuff. Very impressed with the playback quality of this. Also supports Dolby Vision as well. As you can see, the bitrate's very good as well. That's a lot more than you would get from a streaming service. So by doing this, you are getting better quality than you would of the equivalent streaming service. Like if you're streaming a 4K, it's not going to be, the bitrate's not going to be anything near that. So overall, I definitely recommend this unit. It's played everything I've thrown at it, and it's not compromised anything. That's exactly what I want. I want to back up my physical media collection and be able to play that back without compromise. So thanks again for watching the review, and hopefully see you guys soon for another video. Cheers, bye bye.